Hello students, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous video we discussed question 1 to 10 of exercise 5.2 chapter number 5 AP. So in this video we will complete exercise 5.2 question number 11 to 20. So let's start the video. Now the question number 11 is, which term of AP 3, 15, 27, 39 will be 132 more than its 54th term? So AP is given here. We can see in AP A is equal to 3 and the common difference is equal to 15 minus 3, 12. We have to tell which term of the AP will be 132 more than its 54th term. So let us suppose, let AN be the term which is 154 which is 132 more than 54th term. Clear? So we can write AN as A54 plus 132. The term is nth term which is 132 more than the 54th term. So AN can be written as A plus n minus 1 into D. A54 can be written as A plus 53D plus 132. So here this A will cancel out. So this will become n minus 1 into 12 equal to 53 into 12 plus 132. So this will be equal to 12 into n minus 1 equal to, the sum will be 768. Clear? So n minus 1 will be equal to 768 by 12. N minus 1 is equal to 64. N will be 64 plus 1, 65. So from here we can say that therefore 65th term is 132 more than 54th term. Since the value of n is 65 here, so 65th term is 132 more than the 54th term. This was question number 11. Now see question number 12 here. Two APs have same common difference. Two APs are given with the same common difference. The difference between their 100 terms is 100. What is the difference between their 1000th terms? So difference between the 100th term is given, that is 100. So we have to tell the difference between the 1000th term. So since there are two APs given, so let us suppose AP1 and this is AP2. Let the first term of first AP is capital A and common difference is small d. Clear? Since the common difference is same, so we will take d on both sides. Here let us suppose first term is small a and common difference is small d, because the common difference is same, but the first term can vary here because APs are different. Clear everyone? Now it is given that difference of their 100th term, that is A100 minus let us suppose A100 is the 100th term of first AP and small A100 is the 100th term of second AP, is equal to 100. Clear? So how can we write A100? This will be equal to A plus 99D and this is minus small a plus 99D, since D is same in the two APs. So signs will be changed here. Minus a minus 99D equal to 100. So this will cancel out. From here we can say that difference between their first terms is 100. Capital A minus small a is equal to 100. Now we have to find the difference between their 1000th term. That means A1000 minus small a 1000. we have to tell the difference here. So capital A 1000 can be written as A plus 999D, and this can be written as small a plus 999D. So this will become minus A minus, this will again cancel out here. So this is equal to A minus, and what is the value of A minus A? This is equal to 100. So this is 100 here. So we can say that difference between their 1000th term will again be 100. Clear? So this was question number 12. Question number 13 now. How many 3 digits numbers are divisible by 7? We have to tell how many 3 digits number are divisible by 7. So we know that 3 digit number starts from 100 and goes up to 999. So let us find the first 3 digit number which is divisible by 7. So 105. We will write here 3 digit numbers divisible by 7. So the smallest 3 digit number which is divisible by 7 is 105. Next will be 112, and the last 3 digit number which is divisible by 7 will be 994. So here we can see that this is AP here with the common difference 7. A is 105, D is 7. So we have to tell how many terms are there, how many numbers are there in the AP, that is how many numbers are divisible by 7 here. So let n 3 digit numbers are divisible by 7. So we will write the formula of an. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. And what is an here? An is the last term, that is 994. A is 105 plus n minus 1 into d is 7. So take this on the left side. So 7 into n minus 1 will be equal to 994 minus 105, 889. N minus 1 will be 889 by 7. This is equal to n minus 1 equal to 127. N is equal to 128. So there are in total, so therefore 128 3 digit numbers are divisible by 7. So this was question number 13. Next question, question number 14. This is very much similar to question number 13 with slight difference in the language mentioned here. How many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250? So that is similar to how many 3 digit numbers are divisible by 7. So here we have to tell how many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250. So the first multiple which is divisible by, or multiple of 4 between 10 and 250. So first multiple will be 12, next will be 16, and in this way the last multiple before 250 will be 248. So here this forms an AP here. A is 12, D is 4. So we have to tell how many multiples are there. So let us suppose that there are n multiples of 4 between 10 and 250. So an will be 248 here. So an is a plus n minus 1 into d. A is what? An is 248, a is 12 plus n minus 1 into 4. So 248 minus 12 will be 236. So 4 into n minus 1 is equal to 236. N minus 1 will be 236 by 4. So this is equal to 59. So n is equal to 59 plus 1, n is equal to 60. So therefore 60 multiples are there. 60 multiples of 4 are there between 10 and 250. So this was question number 14. Question number 15 now. For what value of n are the nth terms of two APs? Two APs are given 63, 65, 67, and second AP is 3, 10, 17. So we have to tell for what value of n the nth terms of these two APs are equal. So from here, let us suppose the first term is 63 and D is what? 65 minus 63, that is equal to 2. Clear? Here let us suppose first term is 3 and D will be 10 minus 3, that is 7. Clear everyone? Now it is given that the nth term of both APs are equal. So the nth term of this first AP will be an and the nth term of this AP will be small a. So since they are equal, so we will equate both the nth terms. Now this an can be written as a plus n minus 1 into this, let us say this is d, capital D, because common difference is different in both the APs. So a plus n minus 1 into capital D, here a plus n minus 1 into small d. Put the values here. 63 plus n minus 1 into 2, here 3 plus n minus 1 into 7. So this will be 63 plus 2n minus 2, this will be 3 plus 7n minus 7. Now we have to just solve the equation for the value of n. So 2n minus 7n, here 3 minus 7 plus 2 minus 63. So this will be minus 5n and the value on RHS will be minus 65. So this will cancel out. So n will be equal to 65 by 5. N is equal to 13. So since the value of n is equal to 13, so we can say that 13th term of both APs will be equal. So in the both APs, 13 terms will be equal. Question number 15 it was. Now we will start question number 16. Question number 16 now. Determine the AP whose third term is 16. Third term is given. A3 is 16 and seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. Seventh term is 12 more than the fifth term. So we will write A7 is equal to fifth term plus 12. So this information is given. We have to find the AP here. So A3 can be written as A plus 2D, which is equal to 16. From here, say A plus 2D is equal to 16. From here, A plus 6D is equal to A plus 4D plus 12. This A will cancel out. 6D minus 4D. From here, D will be 2D equal to 12 and D will be equal to 6. So the value of D is 6. Now put this value of D here. This, let us say this is equation 1. So put value of D in equation 1. So A plus 2 into 6 equal to 16. A will be 16 minus 12. A is equal to 4. Now we know the value of A, we know the value of D. So the AP is in the form, we know that A plus D a plus 2d and so on. So first term will be 4, next 4 plus 6 10, 10 plus 6 16, 22 and so on. So this is the AP. Question number 17 now. Find the 20th term from the last term of the AP 3, 8, 13, 253. So AP is given here 3, 8, 13 and last term is 253. So we have to tell the 20th term from the last, not from the starting. From the last we have to tell the 20th term. So whenever we have to find the term from the last, the best method is to reverse the AP. If this AP is reversed, then the 20th term from the last will become the 20th term from the start now. So on reversing the AP, this will become 253. What will be the next term? Here D is equal to 8 minus 3, 5. So in this is in increasing order, D is 5, but when we write it in the reverse order, then the D will be minus 5. The sign of D will be changed. This was in increasing order, but now it will be in descending order. So next term will be 248, and in the same way the first term will become the last term, that is 3 here. So from here we can see that A is 253, D is minus 5. Whenever the AP is reversed, the last term becomes the first term becomes the last term, the sign of D changes here. Since the D was plus 5 here, but here the D will be minus 5. Now AP is reversed, so here we have to tell the 20th term from the last, but it will become the 20th term from the start here. So in the simple way we will get 20, this is equal to A plus 19 D. So put the value of A, put the value of D, so we will get our answer. So this will become 253 plus 19 into minus 5, 253 minus 95. So the answer will be equal to 158. So A20 is equal to 158. This is the 20th term from starting in this AP and from the last in the AP which was given in the question. 18th question now. Sum of 4th and 8th term of the AP is 24. So sum of 4th term and 8th term is 24, and similarly 6th term plus 10th term is equal to 44. So we have to tell the first 3 terms of the AP. So put the values of A4 plus A8 here. This will become A plus 3D. A8 will be A plus 7D equal to 24. So this will be equal to 2A plus 10D is equal to 24. If 2 is taken common, then this will become A plus 5D is equal to 12. So let us say this is equation number 1. Here, from here, A plus 5D plus A plus 9D is equal to 44. 2A plus 14D is equal to 44. This will become A plus 7D is equal to 22. Let us say this is equation number. Now we will solve both the equations. So solving 1 and 2. A plus 7D equal to 22. A plus 5D is equal to 12. This will cancel out. 2D is equal to 10, D is equal to 5. So we will put the value of D in any equation now. So I am putting here. So A plus 5 into 5, 25 is equal to 12. A will be equal to minus 30. So A is known now, D is known. So therefore AP is A plus D, A plus 2D. We have to tell just the 3 terms of the AP. The first term will be minus 13, next will be minus 13 plus 5, minus 8, next will be minus 13, and so on. So this was question number 18. Question number 19. Subba Rao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of rupees 5,000. He started his job at rupees 5,000 and received an increment of rupees 200 each year. So he started at rupees 5,000, so A will be rupees 5,000, and the increment is fixed here, 200 for each year. So the common difference is rupees 200 plus 200 because there is an increment. In which year did his annual income reach rupees 7,000? So we have to tell after when he started his job, after how many years his salary will be equal to rupees 7,000. So let after n years his annual salary is rupees 7,000. So from here we can write An is equal to 7,000. That is salary in the nth year. So this will become A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 7,000. Put value of A 5,000. N minus 1 into 200 equal to 7,000. So 200 into n minus 1 is 7,000 minus 500. 2,000. N minus 1 is 2,000 upon 200. 10. So n minus 1 is equal to 10, n is equal to 11. So that means after in the 11th year, from his start, that is 11th year from 995, his annual salary will be rupees 7,000. So this was question number 19. Question number 20, last question of the exercise. This is almost same question as question number 19. Ramkali saved rupees 5 in the first week. So the savings in the first week is rupees 5. So let us say A is rupees 5 of a year, and then increased her weekly savings by rupees 1.75. So the savings are increasing in every week. So since the savings are fixed, so the value of D is rupees 1.75. Clear everyone? If in the nth week her weekly savings become rupees 20.75, find the n. So it is given in after n weeks her savings become rupees 20.75. So let An is equal to 20.75. So we will basically find the value of n here. So An is equal to 20.75. Put value of A plus n minus 1 into D is 20.75. A is 5. N minus 1 into 1.75. So 1.75 into n minus 1 is 20.75 minus 5. This is 15.75. N minus 1 is this equal to 9. N is equal to 9 plus 1, that is 10. So n is 10 here. So that means after 10 weeks, her weekly savings will be equal to rupees 20.7. Clear? So this was question number 20, last question of the exercise. So this was all about the how to calculate An when An is given, how to calculate A, and so on. So in the next video we will talk about the new formula, sum of n terms of the AP. Till then, like, subscribe and share. Thank you.